I had a run out at Cadwell Park the other day and there's some surface changes I thought you might want to see. As you exit Barn on the run down to the start finish line, there's a new surface which starts off covering the full width of the track, and as you get down to the start finish area it narrows down just to the left hand side of the track, and as you come up to the medical centre it once again goes full track width. That then finishes as you go past where you used to turn for the old hairpin, and then you go back to the old surface. As you arrive at Park, the right hand curb is all fresh and new. Then on the short straight between Park and the top of Chris's, on the left hand side of the track is new. On the racing line it doesn't affect you too much, but as you cross over onto the left hand side of the track, where there used to be a groove and used to be a bit shitty, it's now all fresh tarmac. As you enter the gooseneck, they've resurfaced the full width of the track. There's a couple of fresh surface patches and surface changes as you go in on the racing line, and then the curb on the right is also new. Then switching direction to the left hand side of the track, there's a new curb over to the left. And as you run out and over the rise down towards Mansfield, there's a surface change and a short section of the old surface. Then after the short section of old surface, there's another surface change onto a complete new width of track. That runs all the way around Mansfield, over what used to be the old start finish area, and then it finishes just before you get to the chicane. Going through the chicane is relatively unaltered, but as you leave the chicane on the run down towards the bottom of the mountain, there's a series of patches and sections which they've done. It's as if they've done the car circuit fresh, and then as you're approaching on the brakes into the bottom of the mountain, you go back onto a short section of old surface. As you tip into the left at the bottom of the mountain, right across the racing line really, there's a patch of tarmac. You can't really avoid it unless you take a super tight line. Then at the top of the mountain, where you're over to the left, right on the racing line, there's a patch where you would change direction to tip in for the right. Next is as you leave the old hairpin on the run down towards Barn, there's a full track width patch right where the bump used to be on the entrance to Barn. Overall, the new surface is quite grippy whether it's wet or dry. However, some of the surface changes are a little bit bumpy.